Yo guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, as you can see, we've got a little bit of a different video on Euro Truck Simulator 2, and a little bit of a weird name for that, because as you can see, we actually have a bus, and that is because I have got something called DBus World installed, and this client effectively turns Euro Truck Simulator into Eurobus Simulator. Let me go over to the DBus program and I'll show you what I mean. This is the DBus World client, and I'm just going to say sorry at the start for the quality of this. I know it's pretty bad, but this window is quite small, so I've had to enlarge the window on OBS. So I do apologize about the recording, and that is why the mouse literally looks like it's being controlled by a giant. So, as you can see, we've got a few informational things here. We've got a choose line and information. So, choosing the line is choosing what route you want to do. So, as you can see, this is a job I just did. I literally did this about, I don't know, like 2 minutes ago, which is London to Liverpool. And on the informational screen, it shows you what the job is. So, the full name, obviously, that is the name. And it was from London and I went to Liverpool. Bus stop count. What's really cool about DBus World is that you actually have to stop at multiple stations, at multiple bus stops. You don't just go from London to Liverpool if you were taking a normal job in Euro Truck. You actually have to stop at different cities and pick up passengers, which I think is really cool. Line ID gives you all the information you need. You know where you're going to, or going from, the mileage as well, and also the route length, 3 hours. Obviously, that is in game. So we're going to take a job today, and I'm going to show you what it is. So the map, you need to select what you're using. So I'm actually using TruckersMP for this journey. I could go on standard Euro Truck, but I'm actually going to be going on TruckersMP. So when you've, downloaded it and stuff, you need to click TruckersMP bus routes. But you can use this with pro mods, with the standard Euro Truck thing, a few other things here. But yeah, I'm on TruckersMP, so you need to select TruckersMP. Next we need to select is the line. So I am obviously in Liverpool, so I need to look for a job that goes from Liverpool to somewhere else, or I can, teleport to somewhere else. And from a quick scan, I think Liverpool to London is the only one that I've got. So I'm effectively going to do the reverse of what I've just done, which I don't mind. But, you can see you've got things from Bern to Turin. You've got Turin to Limon thing, however you say it, Marseille to Bern, vice versa. You can do the return journey. You have a lot of jobs here that you can do. You can't go everywhere in the map, but that's probably what they're going to roll out eventually, because the DBus World client is actually in beta, and I've just realized that you can't even see any of what I'm showing you. But let's say if I selected line 20, Calais to Dortmund, if I click this one, Esbjerg to Copenhagen, you've got things like that. So I'm going to do this one, which is Liverpool to London. So as you can see, the full name is TruckersMP bus routes Liverpool to London, which is 831 kilometers. So we're going from Liverpool to London. We have to stop at 5 bus stops along the way, including our starting and our including the starting and not, if that makes any sense. And yeah, it should take us around 4 hours. So we have a show timetable. So as you can see, this is sort of the journey. So in 2 minutes, we should be at Liverpool. If we go to Manchester, it should be 35 minutes. And, 1 hour 26. Obviously, that is in game time, not real time. So another cool thing, I don't have any sort of, like any destinations or waypoints set on Euro Truck. I'm going to click start and go over to Euro Truck and you'll see what I mean.
The next stop is Liverpool.
Did you hear that? The annunciator said on the bus, next stop, Liverpool. You just saw that I had to quickly load into the game because it didn't actually show up automatically. And as I said, you know, DBus client is still in beta, so there will be bugs. So all I had to do was just quickly quit out of TruckersMP, load back in, and it worked fine. So let me just quickly change one setting quickly, and then we'll get over to the bus station. So we are currently on the road now over to the bus station in Liverpool, and as you can see, the DBus World client is saying next stop Liverpool. It's giving us our arrival time and also a passenger count. So obviously we're gonna get passengers on this journey, which is really cool, and they're fully animated. You'll see when we go over to the bus station. Now I need to obviously remember that I am in a bus and not a truck, and that also means that I can actually use the car speed rules as well and not the truck ones, but oh well. And I also need to remember that I can you know, that I'm low down as well. Okay, so we are at the bus station. As you can see, we're pulling in right now. Now you need to have the doors that are on the right hand side of the bus on the side where you're picking up the passengers. So I need to go in this way, so the doors are going to be where the passengers enter, not on the other side. So we're just going to quickly get around there. And make sure that you need to get it aligned with the with this outline thing as well. So let's make a final swing in here. Okay, now it says passengers are ready to board. Fully stop your vehicle and open both doors. Press control to open the front doors and right control to open the rear doors. These buttons are the opening and closing the windows or if it was on a truck. These buttons would be the buttons that you would press to open and close the windows. So these are the buttons that I have selected to open and close the windows. In this case, it will be opening the windows. So we need to do that in order to open the doors. And as you can see, the NPC passengers are walking onto the bus and will actually sit down in your bus. I don't know why I'm getting excited about this. But yeah, the passengers are actually getting onto the bus. Now the annoying thing is that you have to wait until all of them sit down before then you can close the doors and get going. Now, did you hear what the annunciator said? I'll just replay that quickly.
The next stop is Manchester.
So yeah, it said next stop Manchester. So now we can get going over to Manchester. And we should be good. So let's get out on the road. We'll put on the lights as well. So you have to stop at red lights and stuff. But yeah, this bus is really cool. It's an electric bus. So it does make for a comfort ride. But as you can see now on the client, it says next stop Manchester, arrival 1438, obviously in game. However, I am actually late, so that's interesting. And passenger count, obviously we've got 12 passengers on the bus right now. So we're just gonna make our way over to Manchester. Not too long of a drive over there. So I will get over there and catch up with the video, and then I'll just cut out all of the driving in between, and I'll only catch up with you guys at the bus station. So I'll see you guys over. If I get up to speed, I'll meet you guys over at Manchester. So we are now approaching Manchester. The next turnoff is into Manchester, and as you can see in the GPS thing, we can actually go straight on here. And I know that we're at Manchester and the ETA says 7 hours. That's not the ETA until Manchester. That ETA is for London, because how the DBus World client works when you're doing these jobs is, instead of it setting individual like jobs from, you know, let's say, well, Liverpool to Manchester, what we were doing, it sets, instead of doing it as individual like journeys, it does it as waypoints. So Manchester being the, well, actually Liverpool would have been the first checkpoint going to the bus station, and then Manchester would be the second waypoint, aka the first stop that we have to, or the second stop that we have to stop at. So the ETA is fully until we get to London, not until we get all the way to or Manchester. if this is making any sense. So it's basic and it works, and it's actually a pretty good idea. And it's really nice just to have a change of, you know, job and not constantly trucking, taking goods from A to B. You can switch it up a little bit, become your own bus driver. I don't think you earn money for being a bus driver though. But again, that could be something that they might look at in the future. But for now, you can just take passengers from wherever you want to go and just have a bit of fun with it, which I think is really cool. But we are just waiting at this red light before we can continue our journey to the Manchester bus station depot. Whatever it is, there we go. Just a bit further on. The bus is okay, I'd say. It doesn't really have a great top speed, I would say. It takes a while for the bus to get to 60. But if you lock in the cruise control, then you're fine. Lock in the cruise control, set it to 60. And then just let the bus do what it do what it wants to do, if I can get my words out. But yeah, I think that this is a great mod. I think we can call it a mod that has been implemented. So the bus station is on, or the station that we need to stop at, the bus stop is bus stop 3. So that requires us to go over here and swing it in this way. My instinct when I first did this job was to go to the right, you know, turn right and then go in left ways. I didn't know that the bus stop was bus station 3 when I first did it, which is why I did that. I only then remembered that I had to turn left to go right as I saw the bus station. What I mean is, when I entered, I just went straight on. Like, I didn't turn left like what I did just then. But I figured that out now, so we're good to go. So we're just going to wait for them to sit down, and then we should be good to go. They're getting into the seat right now.
The next stop is Sheffield.
So as you can see, the annunciator said everything as well. And we can get going. And as you saw, there was a pop-up that showed up on the bottom as well, just letting you know that the passengers have been loaded successfully. So as the annunciator said, the next bus station thing will be Sheffield. And just like when we went from Liverpool to Manchester, I'll cut all of this out so you don't have to sit through boring journeys. You can, you know, obviously imagine what driving's going to be. It's basically just like driving with any other mod. The only difference being is that you're obviously driving the routes and you're taking passengers. So I haven't actually tested what it's like when you actually crash. Like, do passengers want to leave, or, you know, like, what happens? I guess it doesn't really do anything, but we may test that out in another video. But this video is just showing you the DBus World client. So I'm gonna get over to Sheffield, and I will catch up with you guys again once I'm over there to show you the next stop. So I'll get over there and I'll see you over there. And now we are a couple of hours down the road, entering Sheffield now for our third stop of this route. 2 stops left after this one, which to my memory is I have not got a clue. I think it's Birmingham and London, but I'm not too sure. Obviously we'll see what it is, but Entering Sheffield, at least for now. Oh, yellow, I can get that. There we go. Thank you. And we will pull into the bus station here on the right. Same platform 3 as before. It's a bit of a wider one, this one, but a bit of a tighter turning. So each bus station is a little bit different. It won't always be like this. As you saw the one at... Oh. I've crashed it onto the pavement. But as you saw the one from Liverpool, that was a little bit different to the ones we're getting now. We may have to reverse that in a little bit. Yeah, some of these are not the easiest to get into. Some of them are quite tight. Some of them you literally have all of the room in the world, but yeah. We'll stop here, open the doors, and we'll let the passengers go in.
Sheffield.
Now just pay attention a little bit. The DBus World client changes and it says incoming 6 and outgoing 3. That means that there's 6 passengers entering the bus and 3 that are getting off. It's pretty self-explanatory, to be honest, but I just thought that was another cool thing to show you. And a delay, which just adds to, you know, the annoyance that we're late. But yeah.
Birmingham.
Yeah, so we are now going over to Birmingham. So we will release the parking brake and we'll get over there. Honestly, I need to remember that my wheels aren't at the front. I keep thinking that I'm going to mount the pavement, but I'm not, because the wheels aren't at the front. The wheels are a little bit further down the actual bus body. It's not like a truck. It's very different, and it's one of the hardest things to get used to in a bus. Your wheels not being right at the front, and actually, if you look in the mirror as well, you can actually see them. And it just shows you, where your front wheels are. It's kind of like a truck in a way, but it's not the exact same. You do have to give a lot of room, but your bus will overhang at certain points. Oh, it's green. Never mind. Let's just not look at that, okay? Let's just not look at that. But anyway, we have 17 passengers on the bus. 5 hours and 7 minutes left until Birmingham. So I will get over to Birmingham and I'll see you guys over there. So we are now entering Birmingham for our second to final stop of our journey. I will be honest, I haven't actually seen many people driving a bus as I've been driving. I will be honest. I think I saw more on my test run that I did, obviously before recording this video. Just making sure that obviously I had everything set up and stuff like that correctly. But yeah, I haven't actually seen many people driving these buses. But yeah, I've seen many trucks though. I've seen a few people driving trucks, few people still driving those very, very, very annoying Skodas. Yeah, not many people driving the bus. I've taken that turn incredibly wide. Let's go ahead and line it up a bit better. Oh, there's a train up there. Nice. Alright, there we go. We'll go ahead and open the doors. How many passengers are getting on here?
Birmingham.
We've got 3 coming on and 1 going off. So we should have 19 passengers that we are transporting down to London. I don't think the passengers are animated to get off, because I haven't actually seen the passengers actually get off the bus.
The next stop is London.
But now let's get over to London, shall we? If we actually get round the corner. So yeah, 19 passengers going down to London. I'm speeding slightly. 2 hours and 47 minutes down there. Shouldn't take us too long. Effectively 3 hours in game, so I'm guessing. Well, I mean, I'm gonna cut it out in the video anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'll see you guys when we get over to London for our final bus stop of this route. Oh, there's someone else using the bus. That's the first person I've seen driving a bus on this game now. Thought I might as well pop that in the video. People are using the buses. It's just quite rare to see. And after seeing probably about one more bus, we are finally now entering London. Yeah, those buses are not common, are they? They're a bit of a rare occurrence, they are. And, I mean, I guess I can see why. I mean, as I said at the start of the video, you're not getting any profit from them, so you are effectively just driving in free roam. You're just, you know, doing something with another client. You know, it's not earning anything. But maybe if there were to be something where you could actually earn money from this, then maybe they could implement something like that. Maybe they could effectively in-build DBus client in with EuroTruck, or like TruckersMP especially. It already is, but what I mean is actually make these DBus World jobs in the custom jobs menu, so then you can actually do this sort of stuff and then actually earn a profit from it. It may have to be changed slightly, but maybe if TruckersMP maybe think about, you know, fully integrating this client into the actual game, then I think that it could be a bit more, I think people might actually do this a bit more often. And with the, you know, client still in beta as well, people probably don't fully play it just yet, and they want to make sure that it's, you know, fully working and stuff. It is fully working. It just tends that, you know, there are just a few bugs within the client. As I showed at the start, I had to reload TruckersMP in order to select another journey. So there are still bugs, but, you know, there will be patch updates, I'm sure. That will, you know, that will get the thing fixed. But here we are, finally, at London, our destination.
London. This
Passengers are getting off.
Please take your belongings with you.
And there we go, we are all done. And then what you need to do now is close down TruckersMP, relaunch it, and off you go again. So that is going to be the end of this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on the video. That would be awesome, and thanks very much. Also make sure to subscribe as well if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out.